알려주신 아름다운 선생님, 동한 분이세요. 제 친구이신 라넬라 언니를 소개하겠습니다.
I think I heard my name.
네.
감사합니다. Let me just share my screen.
Mary said Ranela 언니. Ranela 언니 to us, or Ranela 누나.
My co-presenter has left us. My son was supposed to present with me.
He's your co-presenter.
He was sitting on my lap for a while, but now he's gone.
Trust you, that's why.
Can everybody see the presentation?
Yep.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Ranela, and I'm co-founder of GLEx2020 Podcast with Sanchita. 안녕하세요, 여러분. 제 이름은 날랄라입니다. GLExKC June. I'm presenting about Philippine culture, and an aspect of it is folk dance. I danced folk dance for 10 years of my life, and I know a lot about the dances. And in this presentation, you'll see my pictures and my friends' pictures from when we were younger. This artwork is called Folk Dancers by Nel Campos. He is a contemporary Philippine painter. A little bit about the Philippines. The Philippines is an archipelago in the Pacific with 7,640 islands. It was colonized by Spain for 300 years, and then it was colonized by the United States for another 50 years. The people are called Filipinos, and the country is called Republika ng Pilipinas. There are over 100 languages and dialects spoken in the Philippines and 8 major ethno-linguistic groups. I belong to 2, the Tagalog group and the Bicolano group, and my children belong to 3 major groups, Ilocano, Tagalog, and Bicolano. Tagalog or Filipino and English are the national languages. It is a democracy with 3 branches of government. Even though it's called a republic where people are supposed to rule, it's actually the president that has the most say in the government. It has a diverse and rich culture from north to the south, and they're different because from the north to the south are thousands of islands, and they each have their own culture. A brief history of the Philippines. Many different people lived in the Philippines with their own cultures, traditions, languages, and writing systems before the Spaniards came. Magellan claimed the land for Spain in 1521, and the Spaniards came to tame the wild Indians, but the land already had a civilization that traded with neighboring islands and people. During the Spanish-American War, which Spain lost, the Americans took over the land and was ceded by Spain and saw themselves as the benevolent dictators of the Filipinos. Philippine culture reflects its ancient origins as well as the influence of the colonizers in our art and current culture. Folk dance. What are folk dances? Folk dances showcase traditions, cultures, everyday life. They bring joy and entertainment while sharing a story along with symbolism to the audience. This dance is called sayaw sa bangko. Sayaw means dance and bangko means bench, and these 2 are dancing on the bench, and this person is holding this side and another person is holding it on the other side. And I took these photos from Monica Robara, who was our photographer for Performing Arts Philippines in Jersey City, New Jersey. I used to dance for them when I was younger. The national dances of the Philippines are Tinikling and Cariñosa. I couldn't write the enye. The enye is written like this. It's an N with a tilde on top. That's the enye. That's influenced by Spain. But I added a Y there so that it could sound like how it's supposed to sound. Tinikling represents a bird in the rice fields avoiding the trap set by farmers. So basically, The farmers try to trap the feet of the birds, and the dance of the tinikling is dancers dance between poles that close, and they have to dance in between those sticks. Cariñosa was popularized during the Marcos regime because it was a favorite of the first family. In the northern part of the United States of the Philippines, we have the Igorot, the Ifugao, and the Kalinga people. They are the highlanders of the Philippines, and many of their dances signify courtship, unity, agility, and grace. This dance is supposed to have 7 pots on top of our heads, but we weren't skilled enough to carry 7, so there are only 2 pots on top of our heads. There were also dances influenced by Spain. This is one of them, called the Malagueña. These are my co-dancers from back then. And from the south, we have the Moro or Muslim dances. Moro is a term used for the Muslim people of the south of the Philippines. And the non-Muslim people are called Lumad. This is me on the side. The one in the blue. And the southern dances are very bright and colorful with intricate hand movements and skillful footwork. These dances are usually accompanied by agong or kulintang. They are percussion instruments. And there are so many other dances from the Philippines. Each island can probably share their own special folk dance. And I would like to share my performance, my friends, from a couple of years ago. The next dance is tinikling, which is the national dance of the Philippines. for watching the presentation. Are you all still
It
there?
was so amazing. From years ago.
Great.
Yes, the dances were beautiful. The
Thank
Philippines were
you. So these are my friends that I grew up
cultural.
with. Thank you, Christopher. We grew up together dancing Philippine folk dance together from the time we were around 16 years old. And the person whose video this is, he's a doctor now. And I think he was only 13 at the time. He was my dance partner. And so we all grew up performing during fiestas and festivals here in the US, especially in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area. So those are really memorable times in our lives. Thank you guys for watching the presentation, and happy Independence Day to the Philippines tomorrow.
Happy Independence Day.
Ranela's friend is not just beautiful, she's also a great dancer indeed. 정말
Happy Independence Day.
정말 재미있고 멋진 발표였습니다. 감사합니다.